In the late 1920s, Maryland embarked on an ambitious project to put idle hands to work and reshape the idea of incarceration. What began as a quarrying site carved into stone would soon become one of the state's oldest active correctional institutions, the Maryland Correctional Institution in Hagerstown.
They bought the land in 1929. In the early 30s, there was a huge quarrying effort, blasting of rock. And between then and 1932, 1934, II Labor built this place with supervision of some very fine engineers.
Originally envisioned as an agricultural correctional community, MCIH began with barns, horse and mule sheds, and even a dairy barn. Only later did crews construct the striking limestone facility that still stands today.
It was a long effort, given that the Depression was going on, and toward the end, World War II. So they had a number of obstacles to contend with across that period of time. We had a contractor here who worked on the National Cathedral some years ago, and he said that the strike lines on the corners of this building far exceed those at the National Cathedral.
Over time, MCIH became home to incarcerated individuals from across Maryland and even beyond. Through decades of change, its purpose has remained the same: correction through work, skill, and discipline.
Well, early on, and we knew there was a pauper's graveyard here on the nearby back 40. And the majority of those deaths occurred from TB. And digging into history and particulars of this place, there was some cutting edge TB treatment occurring here with a local doctor. So that was interesting. We found a tunnel between the old security unit underground that went to the old power plant.
From hidden tunnels to forgotten grave sites, the land beneath MCIH holds layers of history waiting to be uncovered.
Well, I was fortunate enough when I got involved with Dwight, I met a retired school teacher from the area here that actually went through all the Hagerstown newspapers on microfilm, and she made a database of everything that went on down here. I was able to go back and research that, make copies of that to help build a timeline on the early history here. I also grew up next door to a former assistant warden here. There used to be an ag day that the Cooperative Extension Service would hold, plant test plots of grain all over the property. They would set up a big circus tent outside the facility, and they bring the inmates out in their kitchen whites, and they would serve the farmers a pork and sauerkraut dinner as part of the day.
From its agricultural roots to vocational education, MCIH's purpose has long centered on productivity and progress.
But that was built to be a vocational trade institution to teach trades. The electrical, the masonry, the carpentry, and all that type of stuff. So it kind of worked hand in hand. But it amazes me, the new staff, especially the people that we have employed here today from foreign countries, their interest in the history and the heritage of this. And I'm constantly having these officers come to me, hey, what was this? What was that?
Nearly a century later, MCIH remains a symbol of resilience, built by hand, shaped by history, and sustained by those who continue its story.
I would really love to see all these materials that we have dug up preserved. I would like to see something codified in a book form, or maybe even a half-hour, 40-minute video presentation professionally done. The workmanship and the craftsmanship at the hands of the incarcerated is kind of incredible to look upon. This place from the outside is a place of beauty.
Maryland Correctional Institution, Hagerstown, a living monument to hard work, endurance, and the enduring hands that built it.